Okay, I'm recording this video after close of trade Wednesday, 29th September 2010. Not much to say in today's video, and there wasn't much activity on the market day Wednesday. We only had about 9 points of range high to low, 1.6 million contracts traded. We actually ended up with a high volume churn day, and so we get these on better volume when we've got a relatively high volume but a relatively low range. You tend to see them around kind of turning points like this. And I'm still waiting on my 135-minute chart beta sine wave for the pullback in an uptrend signal. So we've not got that for the last couple of days. I've been looking for it but not found it. So maybe we'll get it on Thursday. And just looking at the highest time frame tip frame chart, this is the 40,500 tip bar chart. You can see here up at 11:45 we're kind of pushing in at each of these points over the last kind of few tests up into these highs with Rambo patterns and amateur up bars at these points, and then this was today's activity. And you can see around better momentum here. It's all very close to the zero line with kind of lots of little kind of bullish and bearish divergence signals going on there. Being around the zero line just means we're really in balance. There's very little difference between the buyers and sellers at this point. So, that would suggest that we tend to get kind of breaks from there that are fairly violent. So, looking for a little bit more activity on Thursday's trade. But, if 11:45 is looking like a resistance point, now I am looking for that pullback in an uptrend kind of signal on the 135-minute chart. But that doesn't mean there aren't kind of good opportunities kind of during the day. Couldn't get through the 11:36 level down here at the lows, kind of cyclical lows. We'd kind of had professionals kind of come in at those 11:36, 11:37 levels. Each time we'd come in to that point, it looked like the professionals were stepping in and holding their ground there. Then we had a kind of cyclical turn and a bullish divergence signal here. And what was interesting on the 500 tip bar chart, you could see this kind of activity kind of go on. So we'd sold off into 11:36. Professional bars down at the bottom here. Each time we came in at these levels, you could see these professional bars kind of holding the line 11:36. Rambo pattern right down there at the bottom. But then this whole series of flush signals as we were coming back in and testing that 11:36, 11:37 level, flushing out the sellers, and the sellers just could not get the downtrend kind of going. And so that was the signal that this market was kind of going to head to the upside. We had some nice kind of end of trend warning signals throughout the day here. When we get choppy days like this, backwards and forwards, the cycle patterns on the cycle turns on the 4,500 tip bar chart and the end of trend warning signals on the 500 tip bar chart, those really kind of line up really nicely. And you see here's an end of trend warning signal kind of catching the high here. We got another one catching the high here. Nice little retracement from there. Then we have one that's a fraction early. Here the second cyclical turn was a little bit better, but then later on in the day we get another end of trend catching the high for the day, and that was a nice move down. And then towards the end of the day we had another end of trend warning signal, and we had a little rally towards the end of the day. So it is possible to trade kind of really compressed ranges like today, as long as you're kind of using end of trend warning signals and making those lining those up with your cyclical turns on the 4,500 tip bar chart. Anyway, so hopefully there'll be a little bit more activity in Thursday's trade, and good luck with your E-mini trading.